Hi guys, so we know that Brexit is not going very well, but Tory Brexiteers, both those who voted to remain but then jumped on board the Brexit bandwagon and those hardcore Brexiteers, need to keep defending that mistake. Here we have Penny Mordaunt, the Minister for Trade, who suggested that those who don't believe that Brexit has been a success need to have more faith. While Scotland has suffered a great deal as a result of Brexit and a Brexit it voted against, the Tories want them to stop being so downbeat and think more positively. Let's hear what she had to say.
UK trade in goods with the EU has been increasing this year. Goods exports in September, which is the latest data available, were up by 5.7% compared to the previous month.
Simbona.
Between 2019 and 2021, the value of exports from Scotland decreased by 24%. In England, it was 12%, 24% in Wales and 15% from the north of Ireland. This follows on from a period of steady decline since 2018. This is economic vandalism, and there's hardly a sector across the country that does not attribute at least some of the blame for their difficulties to Brexit. What agreement that removes all tariff and non-tariff barriers does the government plan to make with another country that can account for 48% of all UK trade?
Yes, so there's a huge amount of trade lost by leaving the European Union, and Brexiteers had said, don't worry, we'll be able to recoup that, which is impossible, but we'll recoup that by doing trade deals with other countries around the world. And we've seen, for example, when it came to Mexico, an increase in trade of £50 million, not 50 billion, £50 million over 10 years, or 5 years, sorry. And we saw trade with New Zealand, which will increase British GDP by 0.
Minister.
Well, goods exports for quarter two between Scotland and the EU are up 4% compared to the same period last year.
Last year, there was a pandemic. So trade is up. Of course trade is up, because trade was massively down last year. During the pandemic, trade was massively down. Of course it's gone up. It'd be a surprise if coming out of a pandemic trade did not go up.
We are getting growth back after a period of obviously dealing with the pandemic and other shocks to the global economy. But I would ask the honourable gentleman and his colleagues to start focusing on those opportunities. I've had discussions this week from pretty much every single other political party, whether parliamentarians or metro mayors or local enterprise partnerships, all sorts of bodies around the country in preparation for further negotiations we're going to be having in the forthcoming weeks, but not a pipsqueak from his party.
Because his party understands reality. His party understands that Brexit is bad for Britain, that you have thrown businesses under a bus. And we've heard from farmers who are struggling at the moment, who are not happy with the trade deals that you have signed so far. The only farmers that are happy with trade deals that you have signed are the ones in New Zealand and Australia. British farmers are not happy. Exporters are not happy. So you haven't benefited these industries at all. So why should they be positive about any of this? This is just an attempt, and you can see here how she said, yes, your party is complaining, but other parties are more positive. This is an attempt to divide the opposition. I'm pretty sure that the Labour Party and the SNP are on the same page here. They don't agree on all policies, on all issues, but they certainly agree on Brexit, I hope, that Brexit is a disaster. And while the Labour Party say that Brexit needs to be fixed, the SNP say Brexit cannot be fixed. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you thought about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.